It's banlist time. Hey, what's up guys? Duo here, and today I'm going to bring to you guys a banlist prediction with the timing of all of the YCSs and national championships finishing up, as well as it also being quote-unquote a few months from now. I think we can expect a new ban list probably within the next few weeks. Outside of a certain unnamed field spell, I think the game is in a pretty decent spot, but let's jump right into it. So starting off with our semi-limits, we are going to be semi-limiting Rite of Aramesir and Water Enchantress of the Temple. I think one of people's main critiques of this format is just that hand traps are not a very viable strategy. People have chosen to now go for more main deck blowout strategies like Dark Ruler No More, like Super Polymerization. It's just kind of difficult to stop a lot of the combo decks with such low impact cards like hand traps, and I think that the adventure package is a part of that problem. And so reducing its consistency means that a lot of combo decks can't just use it as a crutch to mindlessly play through hand traps. And those are the only semi-limits. I don't think there's really going to be any limited cards, so let's get on to our bans. And the first ban is, it's going to be Mystic Mine. Shocker. Regardless of how you feel about the whole draw the out meme, Mystic Mine has managed to worm its way into some of the best and most prominent decks in the game. We have seen Mystic Mine main decked in the first place lists for YCS Hartford, the North American Championship, the European Championship, and now pure Mystic Mine, just straight up Mystic Mine burn, has won YCS Brazil. Every top player says that Mystic Mine is the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's also a floodgate, so really there's just no place in the game for this card. And then for our second and final ban, we are going to be banning Crystron Halqifibrax. I don't really need to explain why this card is good, but I think we should just recap all the messed up stuff that it did. Crystron Halqifibrax is an incredibly powerful combo extender. It's played in like the punk strategies. You could also splash it in like Sprite. We saw that a lot. It also has enabled some incredibly obnoxious combo locks. We saw Halqifibrax being used to summon Artifact Scythe during your opponent's turn, and we also saw it being used to summon King Calamity, which just completely shuts off the game. Halqifibrax has had a good run, but I think that banning this is not just a solid balancing fix, but it's also just a good quality of life improvement for the game as a whole. Alright, and then we'll just do this little lightning round for the potential hits and contentious cards that people hate. Fairy Tail Snow being banned. I could see it only because Fairy Tail Snow was good before Power of the Elements dropped. Punk and Despia were both running it. I like Snow, and I advocated for it to get unbanned, but decks can just do so much now that even if you out their board, they can just rely on Snow in the graveyard to buy them enough time to where they can reestablish a board and kill you. It's just really annoying. Called by the Grave being banned. It's not gonna happen. It's a good card, but its impact is low enough to where it does not warrant a ban. It cannot win games by itself like a card, you know, like Mystic Mine, so it's gonna stay at 1. Anti-Spell Fragrance. I could see it going to 1, you know, give it the Imperial Order treatment. It's done a lot, and it's going to continue to do a lot if it stays at 3. Rivalry of Warlords. Considering they recently put Skill Drain to 3, I don't really see them hitting the monster-specific floodgates at all. Alright, that's enough with the nerfs. Now let's talk about the buffs. What are they going to bring back to the game? And we're going to open with our favorite ban list section. How are they going to buff Pendulum? Woo, let's go. Best deck, baby, let's go. I think the two most likely buffs that Pendulum will get this list would be Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom to 1 and Servant of Endymion to 2. Really, because these cards are part of different Pendulum archetypes, they can both come back together. Servant could probably go to 3, but I like the idea of just bringing them back one at a time. And without Electromite, Starving Venom doesn't do that much. 2 copies of it could be hazardous, but I think that one is perfectly fine. As far as the unbans go, there's a lot that could come back. Spellbook of Judgment is almost guaranteed to come back this list. As far as my other picks, I could see Ancient Fairy Dragon, Zodiac Trident, Chicken Game, and Snatch Steel all coming back to 1. Ancient Fairy Dragon got banned a while ago. I don't think that searching field spells, maybe outside of tier elements, is that good right now, especially when it's an effect that's on a level 7 synchro monster, which we have not seen being made in a very long time. With emergency teleport at 3, there could be some cool setups with it, but I think as a problem card, it being at 1, it is nothing to worry about. Snatch Steel going to 1 might trigger some PTSD, but if Change of Heart can come back and have mediocre performance, then I don't think Snatch Steel will really be much different. Chicken Game is not a good card at all. It forces you to pay 1,000 life points, with time rules being what they are. That's already a big red flag. And you also don't have to worry about drawing the out, because the out is built into the card text itself. Awesome! Bring it back, I love it! I maintain the opinion that Zodiac Trident did nothing wrong. Zodiac Tri-Brigade will also not make any crazy resurgence with Trident coming back, considering that they don't have Barrage or the Wind Simorg link that summoned the Barrier statue in end phase. So Trident's perfectly fine to come back. As far as semi-limits go, I could see LUNALIGHT Tiger, Beatrice, and Upstart Goblin all moving up to 2. Upstart Goblin is at 3 in Master Duel, and almost nobody plays it, at least at 3. Maybe they play like 2 copies of it, but at 3 it's not the problem that people claim it to be. Tiger to 2 would definitely be a big boost to LUNALIGHT. However, that deck cannot put up the crazy unbreakable boards that it used to, so I think that this is a fine buff. Beatrice to 2 does nothing outside of helping pure Burning Abyss with their grind game, and I think that's a good thing, so I'd love to see it back. And that does it for the semi-limits. For unlimits, all I could see is Dynamite Knight, the true Draco fighter, going to 3. Draco is a horrible deck right now, and Dynamite Knight would not change that. Obviously, the power of the deck lies in its ability to play floodgates. But that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any comments, critiques, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to respond to them as much as possible. But yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.